Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and get into this brief meditation this morning. Today is March the 3rd, 2026, and this is the Writing Lab with Delores, the pastor's daughter. Get on up this morning, y'all. Let's get to writing. But first, let's enjoy this brief meditation.
Hello, daughters, and welcome to Discernment Meditations with Delores, the pastor's daughter. To begin, please bring kind awareness to your mind, to your body, and to your spirit. Today's meditation is entitled Enhanced Meditation for Discernment through Deep Breathing. To begin, let's usher in a gentle awareness to envelop our mind, body, and spirit. Today's meditation invites you to delve into the profound realm of deep breathing. When was the last time you truly contemplated the rhythmic dance of your breath? Are you aware of the inherent power woven into each inhalation and exhalation? This meditation unfolds the layer of significance that deep breathing carries, exploring its effortless influence on our nervous system, a realm often untouched by conscious thought. Within you lies the capacity to consciously guide your breath, shaping the tapestry of your autonomic nervous system. This intricate system unfolds in three divisions, housing two prominent components: the vigilant sympathetic nervous system, orchestrating the fight or flight response, and the serene parasympathetic nervous system, renowned as the rest and digest system. In moments dominated by the sympathetic nervous system, breath tends to be rapid, shallow, and fleeting, often breeding chronic stress and anxiety. In contrast, invoking the parasympathetic nervous system results in deliberate, slow, and profound breaths, ushering in a calm equilibrium amidst life's storms. Through intentional practices like deep breathing, you hold the key to temper the dominance of the sympathetic system and amplify the influence of the parasympathetic system. Embark on this exercise with the intent of deepening, lengthening, quieting, and slowing your breath, all within the confines of your comfort. By weaving this into your routine, you bestow strength upon the parasympathetic nervous system, pacifying its vigilant counterpart. So let's embark on a brief practice. Find a comfortable position and softly close your eyes or keep them gently open. Inhale effortlessly, then rest your hands upon your belly. Deliberately guide your breath to explore profound depths, focusing on its depth, length, quietness, and slowness. Let this exploration unfold gently and organically. There's no need to coerce your breath. Immerse yourself in deep breathing for a few more cycles. Gradually return to your natural breathing rhythm. Specific breathing techniques wield the power to diminish the impact of the sympathetic nervous system by fortifying the influence of the parasympathetic system. This, in essence, tranquilizes the fight or flight response, ushering tranquility to both body and mind. Thank you for your mindfulness. And thank you for tuning into Discernment Meditations with Delores, the pastor's daughter. I love you. And remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. Please like, share, and subscribe. And have a discerning day. Bye-bye for now.
Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Oh, all right. Good morning. Let me get on camera. Ooh, some days are harder than others. Okay. So we are here. Today is March 3rd, 2026. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh. Listen. Hold on, can y'all see that? Get out of your own way. Why they put own way so big though? Get out of your own way. Listen, look. That'll preach. That's a whole sermon. Y'all know that, right? Like that's a whole sermon. I just preached to myself this morning, y'all. Look, it preached to me this morning. Okay, y'all. We are in chapter 3. If you're new here, what we do is 2 50-minute writing sprints here in the writing lab with Delores, the pastor's daughter. Then after that, we do 2 10-minute. Did I say that already? See that? See, that's what I'm saying. It's one of those types of mornings, y'all. 1 50-minute writing sprint, a 10-minute movement break, another 50-minute writing sprint, and another 10-minute movement break. Okay? Ciao. I'm going to get it together this morning. Okay. Now, if you've been following along, we are on chapter 3 of the Tell the Truth Daughter series. Okay? This is a series, the manual that goes right along with the labs. So if you wanna play full out, if you wanna give it your all and get out of your own way. Y'all saw how I brought in the word of the day? Y'all like how I did that? Yeah, go ahead and get the manual. So you'll see there is a link to the manual in the description and in the comments, okay? So y'all can grab your own copy of the Tell the Truth Daughter manual. This is volume 1, part 1 of the manual. So yeah, y'all go ahead and grab that. If you've been following along, we are doing a chapter a week, and we are on chapter 3 because this is our 3rd week of doing our writing labs. And so here we've been talking about the story you're actually telling. Okay, so briefly we went over what to think about when you're writing, not just talking about the painful memory, the painful event, but what was the result of it? What did it create in you? What was the turning point, the evolution, the maybe the breaking point, the moment you realized or you saw the lies for what they truly were, which are lies. What was something that emerged for you, something that fell apart, something like that, right? um so the next part is it talks about the difference between a list of life events and a life-changing book. Okay, and here's what readers want to know. They want to know who you were before. Like, who were you before this incident, this evolution changed you? What couldn't you, what was it that you could not see, right? What you couldn't see? What were the lies? What were the patterns, the things that you couldn't see at the time, but now you see clearly? What opened your eyes? What forged the change, excuse me, how you rebuilt yourself, and then what wisdom you gain from those experiences. Okay, so your memoir is your transformation in motion. Once you identify the true message of your book, every chapter becomes easier to write because now you know the purpose behind each scene. And that is going to give you a lot of clarity when you're writing. Like I told y'all, I have a international bestseller memoir which is the first volume of my memoir series, and that was one of the things that I learned um, throughout this process of what do readers actually want to hear. And when I tell you guys that I wrote a book, that I wrote an international best-selling memoir, you guys really want to know more than you want to know what's in the book. You want to know how I did it. And these sessions will tell you how I did it, but also how you can do it yourself, how you can be a discerning author, someone who writes from a position of discernment, of wisdom, of lessons learned. You always want to come from that position because that's what's really sustainable in your writing practice. If you're just wanting to write an expose, then that's one thing. This is really not the space for you if that's what you want to do, or if that's all you want to do. But if you want to write from a position of discernment, from foundation of discernment, then this is the place for you. You'll get a lot out of these labs. So let's go ahead and get started here in a minute, y'all. Make sure that you have your supplies together, whatever you need to make the most of these sessions. Go ahead and have them ready so you can minimize any distractions. Okay. Let me see. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know what is happening with my system this morning. Y'all just bear with me this morning. Like this is like real and raw because um y'all there's gonna be some days that we really struggle with these labs, you know, and it's like, hold on. Okay, now my system's glitching. Hold on, y'all. Do y'all have make sure you have your writing supplies together. Like I said, you can make the most of these sessions when you already have your supplies together. And sometimes these sessions are going to be a little difficult. Hold on. Excuse me. Hold on. I think that's it. Okay. There's one more. One more. All right. Um, Sometimes these sessions are going to be hard, y'all. Sometimes it's going to be hard for us to get started, for us to like kind of get the momentum going. But once we do, then we do. Okay. So just bear with us and give us some grace. If these are one of the mornings where you're more on point than I am. Because, child, I'm struggling this morning, but I'm here, so I'm proud of that. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get to writing. Here we go. All right, y'all, it's time for our movement break. Get on up. Come on, y'all, get on up. It's time for our movement break. I'm gonna get on this vibration plate. My hip is kind of hurt a little bit today. I'm gonna put on some of my paprika and chili balsam. I said it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. Rub some of that on my hip while I'm on my vibration plate. So how was that last session for y'all? Well, the first session. How was that? Let me know in the chat, y'all. What are y'all working on? What are you writing? Are you writing a memoir? You'll get the most out of these sessions if you're writing from a personal experience. So memoir, poetry, a story time series, something along those lines. That's you get the most out of these sessions if you're writing something along those lines. Even if you're writing let's say it's a fiction book, but it's based off of actual events. You'll get a lot out of these sessions if that's what you're writing too. So make sure y'all grab some of this paprika and chili balsam. It really works, y'all. It really works. I actually should be using it more than I do. So I'm gonna do better moving forward. But y'all need to go ahead and do better now. Just go ahead and get you a tube. Okay. But you'll find that QR code is right there. That's the QR code right there. So you can grab the paprika chili balsam. You can also grab the glowing peptide lip balm that I'm wearing. You can also grab the tea that I'm drinking, or the coffee, whatever your preference is. Grab them both, child. I got them both. I got tea and coffee. It just depends on my mood, whichever one I'm going to drink that day. So I don't know if y'all are that way too. I used to just be solely like a tea drinker. I would not drink coffee at all. But since I've gotten older, child, coffee is becoming one of my faves. Okay. So make sure y'all go ahead and grab those things too. Also, you can grab the manual that goes along with the writing lab. You can grab that in my bookstore along with my memoir. It's available in my bookstore. The link is in the description and it's in the comments. Okay. So y'all, anyways, y'all, now that we got all that out of the way, how are y'all doing with these sessions? Are y'all getting a lot out of them? I know I am, child. I'm accomplishing a lot, like a lot. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm proud of y'all for doing this, for sticking to this. Um, I'm telling y'all, you will be so surprised at how, like, when you look back on these sessions and you look back on everything that you accomplished, all the clarity you gained, how you became more confident in your ability to discern, to critically think about things and make wise decisions. And not only that, but to use those skills, right, to and turn those into a book. Like, I'm telling you, you're gonna be very surprised. So don't sleep on these sessions, y'all. Okay, I know. So I know. I already know. Okay, some of y'all are tuning into these sessions, but you're not writing. Now, I love it that you're here. Okay, I don't want you to leave, but I want you to be writing. Okay, so like, make the most out of these, y'all. Okay, I know they're real chill. The music is real chill. You can actually just turn this on and just like, just have it going in the background. But like, make the most out of these sessions, y'all. Okay, y'all are a whole trip. Like, I already know some of y'all watching and not doing no type of writing, child. But that's what we're here for. So take advantage, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. I feel like I'm y'all accountability partner. I'm your writing coach. I'm your discernment coach. I got you. Okay. When you're over here, you're in a safe space, a nice creative space. I'm sending y'all some great creative vibes, some great creative energy, you know, so that you can do your best, do your best writing, your best thinking, you know, your best like analyzing. Uh, so I think you'll gain even more than just a book from these sessions, like you'll gain a lot just personally, emotionally, mentally. Um, so I'm excited for us, because I'm gaining in the meantime, y'all. Okay, these are just as much for me as they are for y'all. Okay, trust and believe. I'm getting a whole lot out of these too. So um, I think the benefits are mutual. I just want to say hey to y'all. Good morning, y'all. Hey TikTok. We just added TikTok this week to our live writing sessions. Cause the people over on TikTok, I know y'all over there write books. That's where they do the most story time series. Okay, make sure y'all playing that out. Playing out your story time series. It's real cute to just kind of get on and just let yourself just flow. You know, and like there's a really good thing about that, right? And it's also a really good thing about having things a little more structured, scripted out. You don't have to stick strictly to a script. I've gone through those types, like those motions of like, okay, do I just read my script like word for word? Do I use my script as like a loose outline? Not loose, but kind of like, a good structure outline of like, hey, this is all the stuff that I want to make sure I talk about. And as long as I just talk about it, doesn't have to be word for word, then I'm good. That's where I am now in my process. I've tried doing, just speaking from the heart, just come on and not have a plan at all. But then, of course, after the fact, I'm like, dang, I forgot to mention that, or I didn't say that quite like I wanted to, or, it's always something. And then, of course, I've tried like doing the heavily scripted stuff. And then when I'm done with that, I come away feeling like I sound more AI, like I don't really sound as natural, and, it doesn't flow as well. So the combination is, or the trick is to have a combination of both, you know, where you have the structure, but you also speak from the heart. You know what I'm saying? You speak from the heart with structure. Okay. So that's the formula right there, y'all. So you'll get the most out of these sessions if you use it with that thought process in mind, that I'm going to create scripts so I can stick to my story time themes, the high points, the points I want to talk about, but also speak from the heart too. And you use these sessions to develop that structure. Okay, does that make sense? We've got 2 minutes left, y'all, for this movement break. Hopefully y'all are up and moving. If all you can do is like a chair exercise, let's say you're laying down, because some of us, like with my first book, I did a lot of laying down and writing at the same time, and I did a lot of voice recordings too. So let's just say that's what you're doing. That's fine. Do something like a movement in place. Like if you're laying down, do some leg lifts, or a movement stretching or anything. If you're sitting in a chair, do some type of ab exercise or some type of leg exercises while you're sitting in the chair. Just make sure that you're moving your body, moving all of this trauma, all of these heavy topics that we're talking about. Some of us are reliving these as we're telling these stories. So you want to make sure you're getting that out of your body, through movement. Movement really, really helps to move, moves, okay? Movement helps to move all of that trauma stuff out of your body. You're already putting it on paper or putting on your computer, putting a recording, however, whatever device you're using to record it, okay? But you also want to move that trauma out of your body, and kind of it doesn't sound like I'm trying to give you a visual, because like the visual is going to help you to realize like what's really happening, even though you don't see it happening. You don't see the trauma moving out of your body, but that's what's happening when you move your body, especially when we're talking about heavy things like trauma, abuse, manipulation, deception, those types of things. It helps to keep your body moving. Okay. So take advantage of these movement breaks just as much as you take advantage of the 50-minute writing sprints. Okay. They're both important. All right. So let's go ahead and get back started writing, y'all. Get right on into this second section. Yes, we did it. We did it again. Y'all, we listen. I'm proud of us. Aren't y'all proud of us? I am. We did that, y'all. This is our third week, second day. Third week, second day. So y'all, we are making wonderful progress. I want y'all to let me know in the chat, in my DMs at some point, let me know what progress you've been making in these live writing sessions in the writing lab with Delores, the pastor's daughter. Let me know how these are working for you. Please make sure that you like the video, share the video on your way out. I know that y'all know another daughter. I know y'all do. And it doesn't matter how old she is or how young she is. Make sure y'all share these lives with another daughter and say, hey, sis, every morning, every weekday morning at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to be in the lab with Dolores and we're going to be writing our book. Okay? Grab another daughter, like grab your homegirl and be like, hey, sis, we're going to do this together. And let's say that y'all aren't available at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Then schedule something amongst yourselves and y'all come back to this video, to this live. You could, let's say it's later on today, later on tonight, and that's when you have time to do these sessions, then do them then. If you only have time for one part of the session for one 50-minute writing sprint, then do that. Just do what you can do, and you'll be surprised at how much progress you can make once you look back on this. Like, I'm looking back already, and we're in week 3, day 2, and I can see the progress that I've made already. And I'm sure you'll be able to tell the same if you participate and you make the most of these sessions. Okay, y'all? All right, that's all I have for y'all today. I'm going to let y'all go. Keep on moving. This is your 10-minute movement break. So dance, exercise, walk in place, get on your vibration plate, whatever your method of movement is, do it and then get right back into it. If you have time, go ahead and do another 50-minute session, do another 30-minute session, do whatever you can do. Don't burn yourself out and don't overdo it. So that you lose momentum or anything like we don't want that to happen. So don't overdo it. But if you can do a little more, go ahead and do a little more. Okay, listen to your body and make sure you make the right decision for yourself. Okay. All right, y'all. That's all I have for y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Week 3, day 2. We are making some wonderful progress on our writing goals. I'm so proud of y'all. And I love y'all. And remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. Make sure y'all click the link. Make sure y'all grab the manual that goes along with these sessions. Make sure y'all grab my international best-selling memoir, The Pastor's Daughter Provoked. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Same channel, same time. Bye-bye for now.